Good morning, everyone. Au nom des bibliothèques de l'Université McGill, bonjour et bienvenue. Je suis Guylaine Beaudry, la doyenne des bibliothèques et titulaire de la chaire Trenholme, et nous sommes ravis, avec l'équipe des bibliothèques, de vous accueillir à cette célébration de réouverture de la Bibliothèque Schulich des sciences physiques, des sciences de la vie et du génie. For those tuning in from afar, we are here at Schulich Library on McGill University campus. I want to recognize that McGill University is located on land that has long served as a site of meeting and exchange amongst Indigenous peoples, including the Haudenosaunee and Anishinaabe nations. McGill acknowledges and thanks the diverse Indigenous peoples whose presence has enriched this territory on which peoples of the world now gather. May we dedicate ourselves to moving forward in the spirit of partnership, collaboration, and reconciliation as we learn together and contemplate the possibilities that lay ahead. Before we begin proceedings, I'd like to take a moment to acknowledge the presence of some of our guests. Viviane Yergeau, Viviane, the Dean of Faculty of Engineering, thank you for being with us. The President of the Student Society of McGill University, Alexander Ashkir, are you here? Yes. The former Trenholme Dean, the first Trenholme Dean of Libraries, Fran Groen. It's always a pleasure to have you with us, Fran. The former head librarian of the Nahum Gelber Law Library and current Forget Fellow of the McDonald Stewart Foundation, Daniel Boyer. Bienvenue, Daniel, dans ta maison. Et quelques collègues des autres institutions québécoises qui nous font l'amitié de partager avec nous ce moment important. La très récemment nommée directrice des bibliothèques et du bureau des archives de Polytechnique Montréal, Sylvie Sperano. Bienvenue et félicitations à nouveau. Le directeur général des services des bibliothèques de l'Université du Québec à Montréal, Frédéric Giuliano. Cher Frédéric, bienvenue. C'est un grand plaisir de vous accueillir. Nous vous remercions de votre présence qui nous honore. Au sein du partenariat des bibliothèques universitaires du Québec, vos bibliothécaires travaillent en collaboration pour offrir à nos communautés les meilleurs services documentaires qui soient. I am delighted to welcome you to the reopening celebration of the Schulich Library of Physical Sciences, Life Sciences, and Engineering. The Schulich Library has always enjoyed some popularity with students, and for good reasons. Rich red brick, great arches, a grand staircase, it was full of students this morning, a sunlit turret, sandstone fireplace, gargoyles, yes, gargoyles, and a skylight, all are housed in the historic McDonald Stewart Library building. This library is special for so many reasons, many of which we will learn about today. It is a destination to be taken in and after a 4-year closure. I am happy to see this space to be taken in after all those, now that it's alive again with students, faculty, and staff. La réouverture d'une bibliothèque, c'est un événement très spécial pour une communauté. Une bibliothèque, c'est beaucoup plus qu'un dépôt de livres et un service de prêt. Depuis l'Antiquité, la bibliothèque est un moyen d'externalisation de la mémoire. Qu'elle soit numérique ou bâtie, la bibliothèque est un lieu de mémoire qui met en relation des publications parues à différentes époques sur tous les sujets et provenant du monde entier. Pour reprendre la belle expression de Robert Damien, la bibliothèque est le lieu des liens. The library is one of the spaces where we express our belonging to a community. All kinds of things are happening in the library you cannot imagine. We once gave a table to an alumnus who wanted to offer to his wife the table at which they met. Oh yeah. I was once told that that a young man at the age of 17 one day made the decision to take command of his life and do better at school. And from that day on, he started to go daily at the library. And he became a PhD and a professor. And he also, il a épousé une bibliothécaire. Je vous parle de mon mari. La bibliothèque l'inspirait, lui donnait les conditions pour travailler à devenir l'homme auquel il aspirait. Mais pour tous les autres étudiants on ne sait pas comment la bibliothèque est... Il y a des milliers d'histoires. On le sait comment les bibliothèques contribuent à transformer des vies, tout simplement comme l'université, comme institution. Les bibliothèques sont partie du bien commun d'une société. It is one of the reasons why reopening a library is such a special event. It is now my honor to introduce Principal and Vice-Chancellor Saini. Over the course of his first summer at McGill, Principal Saini visited library spaces and staff to get better acquainted with our services. We were very honored and happy to welcome you last summer. McGill is incredibly lucky to have a library champion like Principal Saini in our corner, and I am delighted that he is here to celebrate the reopening of this library with us today. Principal Saini, the mic is yours.
Merci beaucoup, Madame la Doyenne. C'est un grand plaisir d'être parmi vous en ce grand moment pour non seulement les bibliothèques de McGill, mais aussi juste pour l'Université McGill. C'est un grand moment. I'm just so delighted, everybody, that you're here. Good morning to you all. And it is such a wonderful occasion to celebrate together. It's not just the physical revitalization of this beloved library, but it's also a moment that is of profound significance in the life of our university. And I would say that, you know, I every time I come to the library, as I told you, Guylaine, once before as well, I am reminded of a lesson that I got from one of my first professors when I entered the university in 1972 myself, and I was taking a course. We were required to take a course in report writing and seminar. That was the title. It was just essentially about science communication. And we were all science students, and this is back in India. And he walks into our class and he says, I'll tell you one thing. 6 hours spent in a library will save you 6 years in a laboratory. Yeah, and I thought that was very profound, and so that's the significance of library. Of course, library has other significances in my life, including the fact that I spent a lot of time with a beautiful woman in the same library, in that same university, who ended up being a lifelong companion for me. And if she wasn't suffering from the COVID shot she took yesterday, she would be here probably with us today, but at another time. Well, l'histoire de la Bibliothèque McDonald Stewart et de la Bibliothèque des sciences physiques, des sciences de la vie et de génie Schulich est vraiment remarquable. I'll give you a few tidbits about the history of this university. In 1890, Sir William MacDonald made the first of many remarkable gifts to McGill University, and that first gift was the MacDonald Physics Building, which was built in 1893. I would like to acknowledge the remarkable MacDonald Stewart Foundation and the important research projects that this foundation has supported over the years at McGill here. Thank you for your incredible support for our core mission, which is research and teaching and learning. This building and its roots extend back to a time when our fledgling university was in its infancy. But even then, during those formative times, our commitment to excellence was just as strong as it is today and has been throughout the life of McGill. It was here, as an example, during the years of 1898 to 1907, that Ernest Rutherford, the second MacDonald Professor of Physics, pursued successful experiments that would eventually earn him the Nobel Prize. Au fil de sa longue et fascinante histoire, la bibliothèque a évolué en s'adaptant aux besoins de notre communauté. En 2001, elle était nommée Bibliothèque des sciences et de génie Schulich, en hommage au donateur Seymour Schulich. I was actually talking to Schulich family just about 4 or 5 days ago, and it's incredible how proud they are. All of them. I was talking to the next generation. Mr. Schulich was a little bit under the weather at that moment. But it's incredible to see the pride they feel for McGill and the connection they feel for McGill. And so it's great to recognize our donors who are at that level and are so committed to this institution. Well, from that moment on, we then modernized this building in 4 phases, and especially to create better lit study spaces for students, faculty, and everybody else who uses this faculty, and you can see the results of that around you. In 2013, it became the primary source of scientific information on the downtown campus, and that happened after merging with the Life Sciences Library. During the same year, significant infrastructure issues were discovered, as we continue to discover in our buildings when we try to do something. And these issues prompted a major intervention and reconstruction effort, and you see the results of that today. This project then entailed a lot of work, which involved stabilizing the stone structure, replacing historic windows, a massive upgrade to the ventilation system, and much more. That was quite a facelift for a building that is actually a heritage building. It's quite remarkable. These are not easy things to do, and I think our people have done a remarkable job. So today, we are celebrating the culmination of this ambitious project and the future of this fabulous library. The Schulich Library today has more than 800 seats and study areas that are equipped with cutting-edge technology. It is now equipped to welcome between 3,200 and 4,000 visitors each day. As we look to the future, we can only imagine what future breakthroughs will be initiated here. How many more Rutherfords would study here and win Nobel Prizes? What engineering marvels will be conceptualized here? And importantly, what future changemakers will spend hours of their formative years within these walls? Je vous remercie d'être venu célébrer avec nous la renaissance de notre bibliothèque des sciences et physiques, des sciences de la vie et de génie Schulich. Merci beaucoup, and thank you very much.
Thank you, Principal Saini. Provost and Vice-Principal Academic Christopher Manfredi is an advocate for scholarly activities, both within and beyond the McGill classrooms. Under his leadership, we have seen our libraries flourish, not only as a repository of resources, but as a vibrant hub of academic life and collaboration. His unwavering support for libraries across our campus has been instrumental in ensuring that our students and faculty have access to the resources they need to excel. Provost Manfredi, the podium is yours.
Merci, Guylaine. Chers collègues, chers étudiants, chers amis et distingués invités, merci à tous et toutes d'être ici aujourd'hui pour cette magnifique célébration. The Schulich Library of Physical Sciences, Life Science, and Engineering is ornamented in subtle ways by various carvings and mottos placed around the exterior and interior. The entrance hall fireplace has a mantelpiece declaring, "Prove all things." This ambitious motto is exemplified every day by students, faculty, researchers, and scholars from around the world who engage with Schulich Library's collections, spaces, services, and most importantly, its people. The excellent Schulich Library team is composed of 12 librarians and 7 staff members. They are doing essential work in close collaboration with departments and the faculties of science, engineering, medicine and health sciences, as well as dental medicine and oral health sciences, to help make the library more welcoming, accessible, and supportive to students and faculty members. Liaison librarians teach students, undergraduate and graduate alike, how to take full advantage of the library's resources. Schulich librarians are very embedded in their faculties, some working closely with researchers as members of research groups, conducting and facilitating literature reviews. Some librarians help develop assignments and reading lists or perform expert patent searches, while others provide support and resources to ensure their faculty members remain current on subject area literature. Their outstanding work does not end there. Apart from its activities with the 4 faculties, the Schulich Library offers workshops that are open to anyone on campus. Topics can range from how to develop and use concept maps or write a technical paper to how to use qualitative data analysis software. De plus, le personnel de la Bibliothèque Schulich dirige avec brio l'organisation de la Semaine de la culture scientifique au nom de l'Université McGill. La Semaine de la culture scientifique est une célébration pan-canadienne de la science au cours de laquelle les bibliothèques, les musées, les écoles et les organisations à but non lucratif collaborent afin de mettre en lumière et partager la science, les découvertes et les innovations qui façonnent nos vies. Alors que nous célébrons la réouverture de la Bibliothèque Schulich, non seulement nous soulignons l'achèvement de sa splendide rénovation, mais nous renouvelons par le fait même notre engagement en faveur de la création et de la transmission du savoir et de la culture, ainsi que notre engagement à être au service de nos communautés. La Bibliothèque Schulich a toujours été un lieu où l'on cultive et nourrit les idées et, grâce à ces améliorations, elle continuera de le faire plus brillamment que jamais. J'aimerais conclure en rappelant que la célébration d'aujourd'hui est avant tout une occasion de se rappeler que ce sont les personnes qui œuvrent en ces murs, qu'il s'agisse du personnel ou des usagers, qui font de la Bibliothèque Schulich un endroit vraiment spécial au cœur du campus. Et nous sommes profondément reconnaissants pour leur travail et leur engagement. Merci.
Thank you, Chris. The library has a long history of collaboration with McGill student organizations, in particular the library improvement initiatives managed by the Student Society of McGill University and the Postgraduate Student Society. These unique partnerships across different interests and needs provide a wonderful opportunity for students to be involved in improving the spaces, services, collections, and access shared by all. Student employment, extended hours, quiet pods, open education resources, reading nooks, 3D printers, de-stress zones, laptop lending, kiosk, and the list goes on and on. The library could not do what we do without the support of our McGill student societies, councils, and associations. And for that, we are forever grateful. I would like now to call upon Lalia Katchelewa, Vice President of University Affairs from the Student Society of McGill University, to address you all. Lalia.
Merci Madame Beaudry pour l'invitation. Thank you for inviting me to speak on behalf of the Student Society. It's great to see the Schulich Library open and to see that the students have been enjoying it so much. I also feel a sense of pride as Vice President University Affairs because oversight of the Library Improvement Fund is under my portfolio. Therefore, you may look around and see furniture and a few books, but I see countless hours of committee meetings between our student representatives and the library administration, where they worked in collaboration to bring to life the suggestions put forth by the students. The Student Society's Library Improvement Fund was established in 1996, a few years before I was born. And every year, the McGill Fund Council has matched the amount from SSMU, which has allowed for a greater range of possibilities in the improvement of the libraries. As we now reach almost 3 decades of this collaborative effort, I think it's important to highlight the students' favorite initiative, which is the 24-hour student study spaces. They are very much appreciated by the students, and also part of the furniture that you'll see today in Schulich was funded in collaboration with the SSMU. For now, it looks great, but the committee looks forward to receiving improvement suggestions of any kind. I hopefully will have graduated by the time that the Fiat Lux project is completed, but the reopening of the Schulich Library puts McGill one step closer to my dream as University Affairs, which would be that McGill students no longer feel it necessary to go to Concordia Library, which is conveniently placed at a 12-minute and 36-second distance from McGill. So outside of their speed walking abilities, McGill students are intelligent, tenacious, creative, and mostly kind. When they run into problems, they find a solution or they invent it. The SMU Library Improvement Fund is, I hope, one example of this. And the Student Society also strives to embody those qualities. In closing, I had to plug in somewhere the Made by McGill catchphrase, so bear with me as I clumsily tried to say that I hope my little spiel will have convinced you that many things in campus life are also in part made by McGill students. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Lalia. Visionary Student Society support of the library from student group is often the driving force behind innovative pilot projects, much needed facilities improvements, and expanded collections. Enhancing services and moments for learning and engagement is top of mind for organizations like the Postgraduate Student Society. Their impact on the life of the library and the student experience is far-reaching. I now invite Postgraduate Student Society University Affairs Officer Racchana Ramamurthy to the podium. Racchana.
Thank you so much. Dear Principal Saini, Provost Manfredi, Dean Beaudry, esteemed guests, faculty members, and fellow students. I'm honored to stand before you today to celebrate the grand reopening of the Schulich Library of Physical Sciences, Life Sciences, and Engineering. Just like Principal Saini said, this transformation not only reflects a renovation, but marks another leap in our evolutionary journey, showcasing the fusion of McGill's 200-year-old rich heritage along with modernity and innovation. I extend my sincere thanks to Dean Beaudry and her entire team for their vision and hard work in making this rejuvenation a reality. Their commitment in providing students a space to foster their learning, collaboration, and innovation is truly commendable. For any graduate student, a library is of extraordinary significance. After spending hours in the lab, staring at our laptops, stuck in that one research problem, in between all that chaos, all that we need is the solace and quiet space that a library can provide. To really dive into our research, collect all those important resources, untangle our thoughts, and ultimately arriving at conclusions that take us towards the next step. And this library not only boasts of cutting-edge technology and innovative resources, we can see a conscious commitment to EDI principles in the construction of this library. The metamorphosis of this library also reflects the power and influence of student engagement. I'm so glad that PGSS was able to support the new health and wellness seating area, and I would like to take this opportunity to remind students about the PGSS Library Improvement Fund. We are always open to new ideas, may it be a small readjustment or a grand idea. We are welcome to accept new proposals. As we step into this new chapter, and now that the library is finally open, let us utilize this space not just for our individual growth, but for collaborative exploration and further innovation. This is our space, our library. Let's make it a thriving space of ideas and academic excellence. Thank you once again for the honor of being a part of this celebration. Congratulations to all those who contributed to this transformation. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Racchana. You're right. This is your library. Our future is in very good hands, you saw. Huh? You're wonderful, both of you. And we already appreciate a lot your support for our other project, the Fiat Lux project. So as we gather here today to mark the completion of the remarkable renovation project at the Schulich Library, it is with immense pride and gratitude that I stand before you. This endeavor has been a testament to the dedication and collaboration of many individuals, and it is my distinct privilege to offer my closing remarks to express our collective appreciation. First, I would like to express my heartfelt thanks to the entire Schulich Library team, and especially head librarian Natalie Waters. Natalie, where are you? Of course, she's behind. Dear Natalie, your tireless dedication, unwavering commitment, and innovative thinking has been the driving force behind this transformation, and your resilience too. Your passion for our library's mission and vision has been truly inspiring. Without you, this project would not be the way it is. Thank you, Natalie. I also want to take a moment to thank our Schulich librarians, library staff members, and facilities manager, Robert Selby. Robert, I saw you. Yes, thank you, Robert. For their incredible work and flexibility during the 4-year period. When we're renovating a 19th century building, it takes the time it takes to do things the right way. And I'm very proud that we did this to this beautiful building. Your commitment to ensuring the continuity of services, because we had a cohort of students who went through McGill while we were renovating during this transformation, is very, very much appreciated. Your unwavering dedication to the needs of our patrons has been the bedrock of this library's success. I extend my gratitude to the architects, contractors, all the workers, all the skilled professionals who turned our vision into reality. Architects from EVOC, Lise Desjardins and Matteo Cendamo, are you with us today? Yes, thank you so much for your work on this project. And of course, all the support team from EVOC. IT planning and project manager Christian Charland and his team, the McGill facilities management and ancillary services personnel, including section operations supervisor Ivo Kogo and his team, Northeast District Supervisor of Grounds and Special Events Elio Tadeo and his team, Aida Demelo, and the GBH gestionnaire de projet Joanne Gertin et Pierre Beauchamp. Joanne, merci beaucoup. Un merci très spécial à vous. Votre expérience, votre expertise, votre persévérance, je dirais même votre ténacité, ont permis de livrer ce projet qui n'a pas toujours été un long fleuve tranquille. Merci beaucoup. Merci, Joanne. I would be remiss if I did not acknowledge the historic support of Seymour Schulich. I had the occasion to speak with Mr. Schulich and to thank him and letting him know that his library is reopening. So we thank you, and Mr. Schulich will see the recording of our ceremony. So I thank you, Seymour, for your philanthropic spirit and dedication to the cause of education, and all your philanthropic spirit and dedication have left an indelible mark on McGill. Thank you. I also want to take a moment to thank my predecessor, Colleen Cook, and retired Senior Director of Planning and Resources, Diane Cohen, for their pivotal work in advocating for and managing the first phases of this renovation project. Finally, to our students, faculty, and researchers, your support, patience throughout this project have been invaluable. We understand that the library is more than just a building. It is a place of learning, collaboration, and inspiration, and more. Your feedback and adaptability during this renovation are a testament to your deep connection with this institution. Now, I invite you to explore the library. First, please continue to enjoy the live music performed by student musicians from the Schulich School of Music. Thank you for, maybe en passant, tell them how you appreciate the music, and they're really wonderful. When we celebrate something, we have music and we have food. So on your way out, you'll be served like students do. It's a happening. Pieces of pizza, apples that were very graciously given to us by PA, Supermarché PA Nature. Thank you to Tasso and Rimos. And we invite you to visit the different floors. On floors 2, 3, 4, and 5, you will find information kiosks that are bringing with knowledge about the library's services, collections, spaces, and its rich history. Whether you are a student, a seasoned researcher, or simply curious, I'm sure you will learn a lot about our Schulich Library and how all these things are making it very special. I encourage you to use our Schulich Library checkout cards. So maybe some of you don't know what this is. Ask people with gray hair who will tell you. So you can go from one floor to the other. And for those who will have the 4 stamps, you'll receive a little pin to remember the special day of today. Mille fois merci en terminant America Ramundo, Dolores Laprat, Lauren Goldman, Laurie Claudat, Nathalie Waters et toute l'équipe de la Bibliothèque Schulich pour l'organisation de cette fête. Vous êtes vraiment formidables. Merci beaucoup. So without further ado, I invite you to reveal in the festivities. You may want to dance when with the music, with the jazz. Thank you for being a part of this celebration. Cheers to the library's renewal and to all of you who make this community so special. Thank you.